Exciting stuff happens at theme parks, and most of it happens very quickly.
Woo! When it comes to capturing your most extreme moments, you need a decent camera. Which usually means one of these.
The action camera market is big business. It's worth more than 8 billion quid, and last year we bought more than 11 million of them worldwide. But there are some alternative cameras that are vying for a slice of the action. So today I'm testing a leading action camera against a tough compact and a 360 to see which is the best at capturing speedy, scary and splashy experiences. And helping me is the chairman of the Roller Coaster Club of Great Britain, Andy Hines, MBE. Yes, he knows so much about fast rides that the Queen's actually given him a medal for it.
Andy.
Hello.
So, you're a man who likes roller coasters. Let's put this in context. How many have you been on in the UK?
I've done all roller coasters in the UK, over 200, and more than 2,000 in the world.
Well, you're going to be perfect for this test then.
The three cameras we are testing today are the DJI Osmo. This shoots in 4K and it's the world's first action camera to have a screen on both the front and back. This tough compact is the Nikon Coolpix W300. It captures both stills and 4K video, and it's so sturdy that it can be dropped from a height of 2.4 metres. And the 360 contender is the Vuser XR. It records 360-degree footage at a resolution of 5.7K, and it is our most expensive camera on test today. Time for my first test, stability. And to capture the footage of this exciting ride, I've got the DJI strapped to my chest, Andy's wearing the Nikon, and the Vuser is clamped to the front of the cart.
Because I hear you're a fan of the wooden roller coaster.
Yeah, wood is good, and Wicker Man is the newest roller coaster we've got in the country, and it's one of the best.
Good.
Here we go.
Oh. This roller coaster is really gonna put it through their faces. Woo!
The DJI on my chest has electronic image stabilization built in. It's called Rocksteady, and it's a clever algorithm that helps take the blur out of shaky footage. And I have to say, it seems to be coping very well. Andy's Nikon has a 5-axis vibration reduction setting. This is a microcomputer in the lens, which is supposed to help fix blurry pictures, but it's not quite as good as the DJI. Meanwhile, our 360 cam, the Vuser, has a 6-axis gyro and utilises movement tracking to correct shaky horizons. It's giving us a very smooth image, and playback from every perspective is a neat little function too.
Oh, exhilarating! And it rattles the bones, let alone the cameras.
So it's the Vuser and the DJI Osmo that have managed to hold it steady on the twists and turns of the Wicker Man.
So, Andy, next stop I'm thinking the dungeons to test these bad boys in low-light conditions. I hope you're not easily scared.
Obviously, you don't really need an action camera to sit on a dark ghost train, but if you're into caving or potholing, they could be useful. This little jaunt will demonstrate how well they work in low-light conditions.
It's not the tunnel of love, is it?
Down on the Black River, my DJI Osmo is able to take advantage of its high dynamic range, which means it can expose differently for high and low light areas of an image, and it looks pretty good.
Who comes? Who comes?
All the cameras are set to auto-expose and auto-focus. This means the Nikon that Andy is wearing is automatically increasing its ISO range as we go. It's a good function, but unfortunately the footage is lacking in detail.
Enemy 6.
Shooting in low light is notoriously difficult, and 360-degree cameras need a lot of light to capture their super wide-angle images. The Vuser does seem to be holding its own down here though, which is impressive. So, out of my 3 cameras, it's the DJI that has the edge when it comes to shooting in low-light conditions. Time for my final test. We're hitting up the water park.
So it's really important that we test the waterproof capabilities of all 3 cameras. So we're going to go on the Master Blaster.
Let's go for it.
This mega water slide is 208 metres long, perfect to find out what sort of watery shots these 3 can come up with. The DJI has a watertight seal and a waterproof coating on the back touchscreen, which means I can see what I'm shooting and adjust my shot if I need to. And it can record at depths of up to 11 metres. The tough Nikon is waterproof, freeze-proof, shock-proof and dust-proof. And if that's not enough, it can also shoot when humidity is as high as 85% and can go lower than the DJI to 30 metres for up to an hour. The Vuser is the only camera that requires a separate waterproof casing. The clear polycarbonate shell keeps the wide angle of the fisheye lenses safe, meaning you can still get a 360 down a water slide view. And it can film as deep as the Nikon, up to 30 metres. So with all of my theme park footage in the can, it's time to find out which action camera is best. It's back to the studio for some in-depth analysis.
Well, that looked like fun.
It was really good fun. I love a roller coaster, I do.
You're very, very brave.
I know.
What's the verdict?
OK, so I've got some footage that I thought I'd talk you through. First and foremost, this is the DJI Osmo, which I think performed really well across all 3 tests. As you can see, the image stabilisation on this is incredible. This was the most rickety roller coaster I've ever been on by a mile. The Nikon struggled a little bit more in some of the tests, but I think what's interesting with that is you've got to realise that first and foremost, it's a stills camera.
Yeah.
So maybe if you took it on holiday with you, you'd still get some amazing footage if you're at the water park or swimming underwater. And then finally, we got the Vuser here, which is just brilliant fun because, look, we're looking at me, but then I can turn it all the way around. I'm controlling it via the app. And you can get some amazing angles and, like, bits that you just would never have seen. Look, now we're facing forward. I have to say, this slightly makes you feel like you're on the roller coaster. You sort of get that slightly nauseous feeling as you move around. But I think incredible quality for a 360-degree camera. Very impressed.
OK, so what's your favourite?
My favourite, I think, will have to be the DJI Osmo, just because it performed so well across all 3 tests.